Am I being detained?
You are.
For what?
Well, this is government property. This is actually a correctional facility. Are you aware of that?
I'm not going to answer those type of questions.
If you live here? Okay, do you have any weapons on you or anything like that?
No, I'm not armed.
Okay.
No, I don't even have a pocket knife.
Okay.
So you're not wanting to identify yourself?
No, ma'am.
You have to, you got to do yourself, or we're going to have to arrest you and take you to jail. We're going to ID you.
Okay, you have to take me to jail for not refusing ID. Oh, okay.
I have a right to record in public. This is a public space. I can record anything I see in public view. That's a First Amendment right. Am I being detained?
On a quiet road, tucked between the serene trees of Minnesota, a seemingly simple interaction quickly escalated. One man, with a handheld camera, stood facing a group of officials visibly displeased by his presence. He asserted it was a public road. They claimed it was correctional facility property. Who was right, and who was overstepping? In today's story, we follow a citizen as he confronts law enforcement, merely for walking and taking photos on a road he firmly believed was public access. This wasn't just a conversation, it was a standoff, a critical test of freedom, the boundaries of the law, and where government power truly begins and ends. Let's dive into this encounter from the beginning.
Could be, depends.
Okay. What's your name, partner?
Not giving that out.
Okay, hold on there.
Am I being detained?
You are.
For what?
Well, this is government property. This is actually a correctional facility. Are you aware of that?
Okay.
Are you aware that this
Is this
a
public
correctional
access?
facility? No, it is not.
It's not.
It is not.
Where's that marked?
It is marked at the entrance to the road. It is marked as correctional facility, and it's marked as no trespassing.
There was no trespassing sign on the woods, nowhere else.
If you'd like, I'll take you back there and I'll show you the
I'm
sign.
walking that way.
Okay, sure. So, I'll need an ID, please.
That's not going to happen. I haven't broken any laws.
Okay, well, you're not allowed to be here. You've been asked to leave.
And that's what I'm doing.
Okay, excellent. I'd appreciate that if that happens. So just so you're aware, and I'm just going to let you know what's going on here. This is a correctional facility. The facility's on lockdown because of your presence here.
Okay.
You cannot be here. This is, in fact, government property, as you said, but it's not public property.
And again, nowhere is that marked. Nowhere is it marked.
It is.
First of all, they have a visitor center up there, clearly marked.
Visitation, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Which makes this a public access road, which means that if I can be on it, I can take pictures from it.
Okay, so I believe, and I can't say with certainty, but I believe they have visitation times. Did they identify that with you?
No.
Okay. Well, if you want, we can talk to
No,
staff.
not interested. I wasn't interested in visiting. I'm interested in taking pictures.
Okay, and they asked you to leave?
And that is what I'm doing.
Okay, but I think you've been here for quite a while.
I couldn't say to that.
So, what's that?
I couldn't say to that.
You don't know what the time is?
No.
Do you have a time on your phone?
I'm currently recording.
Okay, that's fine. So I think you've been here for a little while, and the reason I don't want to be confrontational or anything like that.
I'm not trying to be either.
Just having a conversation. But
took a walk, taking some pictures.
The reality is when you've been asked to leave, we have the responsibility to leave, and this is a correctional facility.
Okay, this is not a correctional facility. This is a public access road.
This property is owned by the Northeast Regional Corrections,
which is owned by St. Louis County.
Yes.
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 This is listed on the survey map as public access.
Okay.
See those telephone poles?
I do.
That's public access. That means I have the right to walk this road.
Okay.
That means I have the right to take pictures from this road.
Okay.
I didn't trespass. I didn't go on their property. I did not go off the public access.
Okay. Well, the information that I have, and I haven't had an opportunity to talk to them, is that you were walking around the main building. The correctional
That would be the wrong
itself.
information. I've stayed to this road.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm asking you to leave now. So if we can, let's stick to the public access. If in fact.
And I already informed you that's what I was doing, right?
All right. Yep.
Okay. So why are you asking me to do something I already told you I was doing?
I'm just reinforcing that this is the idea we're trying to drive towards. Let's get off the property, please.
I'm off the property. That's the point I'm making. I'm not on their property.
We're leaving, okay?
You are?
No, you and we, all of us, we're all going to leave the property together. Okay?
I'll go when I'm ready to go.
Okay. Well,
I believe I have every right to be here.
I'm afraid it's not your choice, okay? I'm asking you to leave.
St. Louis County.
I'm asking you to leave a
If you're
property.
asking, I'm refusing that request.
Okay. I am telling you to leave.
By what authority are you telling me to leave public property?
I'm a law enforcement officer.
Okay.
I'm telling you to leave a correctional facility.
I'm not in a correctional facility.
Your presence here has caused enough disturbance to create a lockdown situation at the
That's
correctional
not
facility.
my problem.
It is your problem, okay? Now
It's not. I haven't.
Your actions.
I have not gone anywhere. The public is not allowed to be. Their interpretation of my actions is not my responsibility.
Is not necessarily being caused by. It's being caused by what you've done.
What did I do?
But it's not necessarily your intent, okay? Right?
My intent was to take pictures.
Okay.
That was it.
And we've established that. I get that. So
Again, have I broken any laws for you to asking me to leave public property?
let me put it to you this way. If you walk into any kind of business or anything like that, and the manager asks you to leave, and you refuse, are you
It's
in
a
violation of the
privately
statute?
owned business. And he asked me to leave and I refused to leave.
Yes.
Then I could be trespassed off the property.
Yes.
At which point in time, if I go back on the property, I've broken a law.
Right.
Okay?
So I'm asking
So
you to leave.
which property would you be trespassing me off of?
The Northeast Regional Corrections
Which I am
property.
not on.
You are, okay?
I
And
am
if you'd
on
like,
public
I'll show you on
access.
my map. If you'd like, we'll even check out my
Do
map.
you know
I'll
how to
show you
look up the
plat-
survey map?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I have
Go ahead and
in
look
my
at
computer.
Go ahead and look it up and you'll see that this is a public access road. The plows come down here, the power comes down here.
Yes, the plows
Yeah.
are government owned.
Yeah,
Correct.
which means they're publicly owned. I
Okay.
can do the same thing on a St. Louis County where they store the plows. Walk around that all I want.
That is a secured facility as well. It's gated.
Right?
and fenced.
Oh, nobody said I could walk into it. I can walk around it on the
right.
public property.
How about, if you don't mind, I think it would be best, I'll walk with you and we can continue our conversation.
I'm not interested in that
and
at
my
all.
partner can get back in the car or whatever, and I'll walk back with you to the sign that identifies this as a correctional facility property, and it also has.
I already
no
saw the
trespass.
sign right up there. It says NERC. It says Visitor Center.
Yep.
I've already looked it up on the webpage. This is public access. As long as I do not step 16 feet away from the center of the road, I'm on public access.
Okay, I'm asking you to leave.
Again, if you're asking, I am denying that request until I am ready to go.
Okay. Again, what's your name?
I'm not going to give that
Okay, well, why is that?
because I haven't broken any laws for me to be required to give my name or identify myself in any way.
Do you have a reason for not wanting to give me your name? I mean, I'll
Yeah.
gladly share my name with you.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and what's that?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. Do you have warrants or some sort of reason why I would
Again,
need to
not gonna
investigate
answer
your
that.
identity any further than that?
Not going to answer that
Okay. And why is that?
because I don't have to.
Okay. So let's move it along here. Okay.
Okay,
I think
as soon as you're ready to
the
go.
objective of why you are here has been fulfilled.
I don't think it has.
Okay. I think it has.
Okay,
We've done
that's
plenty
nice
of
you
filming.
have your
We've been here
opinion.
for a while. All right. We're gonna.
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
My name is Deputy Brugman.
Brugman?
Badge number 5328.
You, ma'am?
Deputy selecting 5357.
Thank you. You, sir?
I haven't said anything.
Okay.
But, it's Deputy Bennett, 5346.
Who are you, ma'am?
I'm an intern.
Okay.
So, are you planning on leaving now?
When I'm ready to.
Okay, so here's the deal. If you don't leave, you can be arrested for not leaving a property after being told to do so.
And again, which property am I on?
You're on the NERC property.
Am I within 16 feet of the center line of the road?
It's a private road as far as I'm
It's not. It's a public access road. As stated on the St. Louis County survey map.
Paperwork showing that?
I don't need paperwork showing that. All I need to do is
Okay,
know
I
that
just want you to show me that, so then I have something to go off.
Go look it up. It's on the
This
St.
is
Louis
on-
County
this isn't a
survey
public
map.
road. This is a driveway
Right?
to the building.
It is a public road. It is named, is it not?
I could go
Power
on
lines
my,
going up here.
I could go on my property, punch in the road.
I'm not going to sit here and argue with it. If you have doubt of what I'm saying, please look it up.
So what are you doing here today?
I've already gone over this.
I'm just curious because I just got
Okay,
here.
that's nice.
So, are you not willing to talk to me right now?
No.
All right.
I'm surrounded by 3 armed individuals and an unknown female.
Well, it goes to say that we're armed, of course, because we're law enforcement officers. There's no.
And you're on.
Okay.
You're
Yeah, I understand that.
secure
Doesn't make me feel secure though, does it?
Okay. Well, you're just like everybody else, and I'm here, of course, for your protection as well as everybody else's.
My
But at
protection
this
is not
time-
your responsibility. The Supreme Court's already ruled on that.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's correct. But let's start moving it out towards the road, okay?
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm requesting that you move
Okay.
towards the road. Mungershaw Road. We are on Abrahamson Road. You're not to be here, okay? This
Okay.
is government facility, Northeast Regional Corrections.
That's government facility.
This all is,
Again.
This all is right
This
here.
is all.
Okay.
All right?
So you're
As a
you're
government
telling me
entity-
as a citizen I'm not allowed to walk nor drive up this road.
Correct. At this time, you've been requested to leave,
Okay.
okay?
Did you get all his info?
No.
So did
And I told you I was leaving until you detained me, right? Have you
that
told me
were-
I'm free to go?
Your time, please. I've asked
Okay.
you several times.
So if
Please
I'm free
make
to
it
go,
towards
I'm
the
free to stay, correct?
road. No.
Did the staff here ask you to leave?
No, they did not.
They did not ask you to leave.
Nope. They told me it was government property. They told me I wasn't supposed to be here. They never asked me to leave. So he said I was free to go, correct? Anybody else detaining me?
No, we're investigating, so you're detained right now.
Oh, I am detained.
Yes.
And what reason am I being detained for?
We're we're investigating why you're here. And we're trying
It's
to
not
figure
my
things out,
responsibility to
so-
help you with your investigation. Have I committed a crime? Do you suspect me of committing a
Yes,
crime?
Trespassing.
I can't
That's
be
it.
trespassed unless I'm asked to leave, and I refuse to do so.
You already did that.
No, I did
just
not
spoke
refuse
here.
to.
We just spoke to you.
I did
You
not
said,
refuse
I'm
to.
not leaving.
That's not what I said.
That's exactly what you
Nope.
said. So
I said, go ahead. I will leave when I'm ready to. Which, as soon as the armed individual surrounding me
Okay.
stopped surrounding me, I would have been on my way.
okay.
So am I allowed to go on my way?
No.
Really?
Correct.
So what crime do you suspect me of committing?
Trespassing. So
You
that's
suspect
where
me
I'm
of
gonna leave it
committing
at.
trespassing.
You can repeat
Okay.
yourself over and over again. That's what it's. That's what. We're
So
leaving
at what
it
point was I trespassed?
There's a sign posted at the beginning of that road.
On the
That says-
woods.
Yep, but
Okay.
everything after that.
And do you know the laws surrounding trespass? First, I have to be asked to leave.
Okay.
Second,
He asked you.
you have to have
properly posted.
the people
If it's
responsible for the
properly
property.
posted, which it is.
And it is not. It's
how?
posted on the woods, not the road.
You expect them to put a sign right in the middle.
Right
of the
next
road?
to the road,
Right,
yes.
Right here. You want a sign right
No,
here in the middle.
I
of
want
the
a
road?
sign right here
Right here in the
on
middle of
public
the road.
access. You can keep being an idiot if you want.
So right here in the middle of the road, we're gonna have them put a sign just for you.
You go ahead and do
Just
that.
for you.
They don't want people walking down the road. It should be marked.
It was marked.
It's not marked. No trespassing is not authorized personnel only. It's not employees
Are you
only.
authorized personnel?
I am authorized
By who?
by the St. Louis
employed
County,
here?
by the
Are you
St.
employed
Louis.
here?
I'm done talking to you.
Thank you.
Okay. So I talked to the staff as far as about visiting hours and whatever else. Visiting is from 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, that's a time when the public is allowed to access the property to visit clients or guests here.
Prisoners.
Inmates, prisoners.
Sure.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Okay.
So
You know, I'm,
You have some you're interested
here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and, as you say, exit the property, the publicly accessible road.
okay.
I'm going to go home. I'm going to do some research again.
Okay.
I will mark it out. If I am allowed to be here, I will be back. And I will bring that paperwork with me.
Okay. Well, at this time, I'm still requesting your identity
Okay?
because I'm going to trespass you from the property,
Okay?
and you are not going to be welcome back here for a period of 1 year.
Okay.
Okay. So, can I have your name, please? Okay.
Correct.
Do you have a license in the state of Minnesota or anything like that where I could be able to check your identity?
I don't have that on me. Why would I have that on me?
I'm not asking for your license. I'm asking if you do have a license.
Okay, I'm not
or
gonna
a
answer that.
government identification so that I would be able to check your identity.
Okay.
Do you have a government?
I'm not going to answer that. I've provided all the information I'm required to provide.
203 St. Louis. QDP by name and date of birth.
You recording right now?
Always.
Okay, good.
Can I get your name and badge number?
7296.
Thank you, Sergeant.
What's your name?
I already gave it to this individual here.
Okay.
And 203 St. Louis. You can check both those as well. Did you need to get to something else, Charlie?
Nah, it's nothing really serious. I can go over there right after.
Okay. So you've been told you have to leave?
He's in the process of trespassing me, correct?
Okay. All right. So that's what's happening now. So you need to leave.
I thought I was getting
Checking
paperwork.
his identity right now.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, if I was free to go, I'd be leaving.
something like that.
Okay.
I've been told I was detained.
Get some kind of website or something? Is that the thing? Good Citizen of the North? Is that you? Yeah.
Do I get paperwork for being trespassed? Okay.
Yeah, NERC will send you something.
Oh, they're going to send it through the mail?
I'll have to talk to them and see what their process is.
Oh, okay.
So that's not you, Good Citizen of the North? You know, is that you or?
I'm not answering any more questions. I provided all the information I'm required to. looking for something?
So you are going to get trespassed for
Okay.
a year.
Okay.
They're going to send you something in the mail.
You're sending it in the mail.
Yep.
Okay.
All right?
All right. We good?
We're good.
Am I free to go?
You are free. Please leave the property.
Have a great day, gentlemen. Ladies.
After over 20 minutes of intense debate, escalating tension, and legal standoffs, the videographer eventually walked away. He wasn't arrested, but neither was he fully vindicated. Despite no clear evidence showing he had left the public access area, he was officially trespassed, banned from returning to the property for 1 year. So, what can we learn from this encounter? First, citizens possess the undisputed right to film in public, including on roads without clear no trespassing signs, a right fundamentally protected under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Second, you are not required to show identification unless law enforcement has reasonable suspicion that a crime has been or is about to be committed, as clearly ruled in Hybel v. 6th Judicial District Court. Ultimately, the biggest lesson here isn't about who was right or wrong in that moment. It's about understanding the limits and immense value of your personal freedom, especially when faced with state authority. You have the right to know the law, and you absolutely have the right to document if you believe your rights are being challenged. This isn't just a video. It's a potent reminder. Freedom doesn't protect itself. We, the citizens, must stand up for it. Just when it seemed things had calmed, a policewoman attempted to reignite the conflict, threatening the cameraman with a false accusation of failure to identify. But this time he did not back down. He stood his ground, unafraid, because he knew the law better than the very individuals attempting to enforce it. This was the precise moment the entire police team began to falter, their authority challenged by knowledge.
He turned around, he's going towards you.
Guys, I hope my bamboozer's on because I'm getting ready to have contact with PD.
Another one's going towards you.
All right, radio silence.
Hello, sir, Officer Gonzalez.
How you doing?
What are you up to?
What am I up to?
Yes, sir. Got some calls that some people were concerned.
About?
You just standing out here, they didn't know your well-being or what was going on. You needed a ride or something?
No, I'm just walking up and down. I'm an investigative journalist out here on assignment.
Oh, okay. Do you have your ID on you by any chance? No? What's your name?
I want to keep my name private.
What's for a report? You're not wanting to identify yourself? Is there a reason?
For my privacy.
I know, but I mean, we're the only ones that are gonna know.
How you doing, sir?
Hi,
Nobody else is gonna know your name.
How you doing?
Officer Warren.
Todd.
Todd, are you just filming the...
Yeah, just doing some...
You live here in Pearsall, or...?
I'm not going to answer those type of questions.
If you live here? Okay, do you have any weapons on you or anything like that?
No, I'm not armed.
Okay.
No, I don't even have a pocket knife.
Okay.
So you're not wanting to identify yourself?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you don't want to ask if you live here in town? Or I'm just being cool. You know,
No, I know. I understand.
Okay.
You live here too? You guys live here?
I live in San Antonio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't live here either. I mean,
You guys drive all the way down here for work?
Yeah.
Every single day?
A lot of guys do it here too. It's surprising. The sheriff's office, this place.
Where's the sheriff's office? Oh, you guys are PD, right?
PD
The
right
sheriff's
here.
office is way out there, like in the middle.
But I met nurses down here that drive down here for nursing jobs.
Well, I know nurses do. My job brings me down. My job brings me down on Laredo a lot.
Okay.
In the valley too, you know. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm just out here. I'm a journalist. Investigative journalist out here on assignment.
Okay.
Like I told her. So.
It's a nice camera, 4K.
Yeah, I love it, man. I got it for Christmas, man.
I got the Sony one with the one that had a projector on it. It's kind of nice.
Hey, my friend has one of those.
Yeah. This.
Yeah, I have
what is
one
that?
of
Like a
those.
GoPro?
Yeah. GoPro.
They work real good.
Yeah, stabilization. I had the one. I had the.
Yeah, this
black
one's
one.
got that. That's yours probably. If yours has a projector, then you got the stabilization.
Yeah, stabilization. Yeah, it's a nice camera.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I got it on eBay, man, because man, Best Buy they were like $900.
Yeah, I got mine open box. I always shop open box, try to negotiate a deal.
Man, you guys You guys are all right, man. I do this all over the state.
Okay.
Yeah, I get put on assignment to do these kinds of things.
Okay.
I have a lot of contact with law enforcement when I'm doing this type of thing. And man, I gotta say, you guys have been cool. We call it a pass.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Okay.
You know. I appreciate you guys, man.
All right.
Is it cool if we just get your name and your date of birth so we know who we're dealing with?
I'll give you my first name. It's Todd.
Todd what?
That's it.
You don't want to identify yourself at all?
No, ma'am.
95? 95?
Yeah, 95.
Failure to identify yourself?
I'm sorry?
You don't want to catch a charge, do you?
What charge is that?
Failure to identify?
Do you know what 3802 is?
Yes, sir.
What is 3802?
Your rights. Failure to identify yourself?
I'm sorry?
You don't want to catch a charge, do you?
What charge is that?
Failure to identify?
Do you know what 3802 is?
Yes, sir.
What is 3802?
Your rights.
I'm sorry?
Why don't you tell me what it is?
No, why don't you tell me what it is? Because I know.
I have it right here. So.
This guy's going to look up 3002, guys. You guys being live streamed, by the way.
That's fine.
There's probably about 120 people watching us right now.
That's fine.
That's cool. I mean, we understand what you're saying, but.
I mean, just to know who we're dealing with. No one else is going to know if you want to.
I'm not going to identify myself, okay? And if you need to look up 3002 before you decide to take any action against me, because
Where do you
I work for a national organization. Okay. I'm out here on assignment. I'm an investigative journalist. I told you what I'm doing. I'm not armed.
I know,
Other than that,
who we're dealing with.
Okay.
You have to identify everybody we come in contact with.
Okay, but that's your policy.
Okay, exactly.
Go ahead, MJ.
Why don't you say it?
Hey, just wanted to make sure you were all right.
Well, I guess you can see what's going on right now. Get on my bamboozer. You'll see what's going on. No. All right. You should probably look up 3802, man.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? This code 3802 is failure to identify in the state of Texas. And you guys ask for ID from just about everybody you come in contact with. So this is one code that you guys should be very familiar with.
I know exactly. You're not being victim. You're not being. We're not saying that you did any type of crime, so we really have no reason to ask you for
exactly a reasonable, articulable suspicion.
I know what you're talking about. And we just got a complaint. They just want to check you out. You seem like you don't have any weapons on you. You have every right to be out here doing whatever you're doing.
Okay, well, I'm glad we established that. I appreciate the way you approach me, but she's being a little pushy. She's going to be educated right now.
Like I said, I'm kind of new, so.
How long you been a police officer?
Actually, since June.
Really?
I got my commission in June, and I've been here. I'm actually just got off FTO.
How long is the academy now?
Well, it depends.
You went to San Antonio?
San Antonio SAC, yeah. They have different. If you depend when you start. I think the shortest would be like 9 months. The longest like 12.
And do you get to choose where you want to work?
No,
you have to apply.
You have to apply. So you get commissioned, and you can apply anywhere.
Okay.
So I was working up north, and I wanted to go PD, so I came back down here.
You're working up north as law enforcement?
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, corrections.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, corrections officer. So then I wanted to go to the street, so I took the test and got picked up here. You been out for a while? You need some water or anything?
Actually, I'm pretty thirsty, man.
I'm gonna get you a water.
But it's pretty dang warm today.
Yeah.
This weather's been crazy.
Started cool this morning.
It was a little windy too, right?
Yeah. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay. Are you guys detaining me right now?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to go anywhere, though.
Okay. Have
you ever had to use your weapon yet?
No.
That's good, man.
No.
That's good.
Yeah.
Taser?
No. I try to use my words as much as I can.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I could tell you're going to be a good officer,
Thanks, man. I
man.
appreciate it.
Hi, sir, just real quick. What did you say you're working for National what?
I'm sorry?
What did you say you're working for National?
I'm an investigative journalist, and I'm out here on assignment.
All right, sir. Well, I'll go ahead and let you be.
So did you get educated today on 3802?
No, I didn't look at that.
Called your supervisor?
Yeah, just to see, just to be on the safe side, you know. But all right, I'll go ahead and let you be. Just
all right.
people
But y'all
were
be safe.
concerned
Those are nice. How come you don't have a body cam?
I have it right here.
Okay.
yeah, like I told you, some people were concerned. They didn't know if you needed a ride or so. You know.
I'm good.
But all right.
Y'all have a good day. Y'all be
Bring a
safe.
Coke or something.
I appreciate it, bud.
All right, well, thank you.
In the end, no arrests were made. No crime was committed. Yet the most powerful outcome emerged. A citizen, simply by knowing and asserting his rights, forced the police to back off. Under Texas Penal Code, Section 38.02, individuals are not required to identify themselves unless they are lawfully detained or suspected of a crime. This incident served as a clear example that the right to remain silent, the right to refuse ID, and the right to stand firm without reasonable, articulable suspicion are not just protected, they are absolutely necessary. Remember this: knowledge is power. When you know the law, you're not just defending yourself. You are actively holding the system accountable. Somewhere in America, a regular citizen is pulled over for what appears to be expired tags. Shockingly, he refuses to hand over his identification. Why would someone take such a defiant stand? And how will the officers respond to this unexpected challenge? In this video, we witness a tense confrontation unfold between a civilian and California Highway Patrol, where the law, civil rights, and personal ego collide. Have you ever asked yourself, do I really have to show my ID? Let's see how this critical interaction begins.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Officer Kenny with the California Highway Patrol.
Your officer.
Officer Kenny, Kenny, the California Highway Patrol, badge number 23146.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, from my understanding, you don't want to ID yourself to my partner right here.
From your understanding?
Yeah. You
Oh.
don't want to give him your ID, ask your ID.
For what?
Correct?
For what?
So he's detained you for a violation.
What was that?
What violation?
He's digging himself a hole already. Go ahead. What?
What violation did you detain him for?
Yeah.
Registration. So he's detained you for expired registration, so you are required to hand over your ID to him, okay?
Okay.
Because he has to ID you. Even if he wants to give you a warning, he has to know who you are.
Yeah, keep took it 2 minutes to lie. Okay, yeah, so I'm not going to ID myself.
You're not going to ID yourself?
No.
So you have to legally ID yourself, or we're going to have to arrest you and take you to jail, or we're going to ID you.
Okay, you have to take me to jail for not refusing ID. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do.
Okay.
You don't want to have to do that.
Okay.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
okay?
I know you don't. I love it. Go ahead. Yeah, being detained.
Why don't you want to give us your ID?
But why do you keep asking? I just told you you're not having it. It's illegal. You're illegal. Stop me. Stop me. That you can't stop somebody for a tag that's like older than 90 days, less than 90 days. You just changed that law. So why don't you go fight some crime? And then he just told me he's checked it out and it's been paid, so it's legal.
No, it shows there's fees on.
Yeah. See. So there you go. So thank you. So you want to arrest me for that?
So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. So he's
for something. No, he just told you what I'm detained for. I'm not detained as it happens because you can't detain me for that. So what's your problem anyway? Do you have something? I mean, look at it. I mean, I'm not giving you my ID. Okay. You're not IDing me. All right. There's no crime. You're not allowed, and you're lying. You're a great supervisor. Are you sure you're a supervisor?
Okay. So you two just hang with him. I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah, you let him. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see who else they call out. See if they call someone else out. It's fucking awesome. Fucking lawsuit. Look at them, just looking for stuff to do. This is what California is now. The pigs, what they do here. Trying to get something for nothing.
So from talking to my partner and all that, yeah, you're free to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know they changed the law.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah. Well, you'll be hearing from me. I'll go to the sheriff's office right now. It's here on the.
Okay.
Get some complaint forms. Okay. Is that where I get them from?
We're not part of the sheriff's. We're the highway patrol.
Yeah, highway patrol. And where would that be? down the street.
Down the
You
street.
go
So
southbound,
our
you
office
take
is closed
Freedom
right now,
Boulevard.
so you're going to have to go Monday morning, okay?
I'll be there on Monday morning, first thing. Can you let them know?
We'll let them know, all right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Tyrant.
Stay safe.
Thank you. You'll be hearing. It's awesome. This is what they do. Taxpayers wasted money. Off you go. 4 of them.
Once again, we've seen that when you truly know your rights, you can stand firm, even in situations that seem entirely stacked against you. In this case, the citizen's steadfast refusal to show ID ultimately led to him being let go without charges. While controversial to some, this moment powerfully highlights core constitutional protections: the right to remain silent, the right against self-incrimination, and the crucial right not to be detained without legal cause, all deeply enshrined in the U.S. Constitution. Remember, specific laws vary by state. In California, if you are not driving and are not suspected of a crime, you absolutely have the right to refuse to identify yourself. This video isn't about promoting defiance. It's about knowing the law and using it responsibly to protect yourself. Know your rights, because no one will defend them better than you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-world legal confrontations just like this one. Later, as a different policeman appeared, his eyes no longer evaded. This time, he approached directly with a clear purpose: to understand why a citizen dared to hold a camera in front of a police station. What he didn't expect was that the man before him was all too familiar with navigating the nuances of the law. And, as before, constitutional rights were once again brought forth to remind the law enforcement officer of his boundaries.
Wonder if he's gonna come over and have a chat with me. Oh, looks as though he's just fueling up. I guess he's not here for me. There's another patrol vehicle. Well, I've only been here a few minutes and already got a couple cars. Well, they definitely know I'm here by now. Oh, we got another vehicle coming out. Wonder if this is the same one that came in just a few moments ago. There he comes. Out. Hi.
Hi, can you turn off the camera for me?
No.
Who are you?
I don't feel I need to give that information.
You cannot be videotaping around the station, sir.
I have a right to record in public. This is a public space. I can record anything I see in public view. That's a First Amendment right. Am I being detained?
No, just wondering why you're taking pictures of the... You can take pictures all day. We're just wondering why you're taking pictures of the...
Okay, well, this deputy here just told me that I wasn't allowed to, and she was being kind of snooty about it.
You're allowed to take pictures.
Okay, no, thank you. I appreciate that,
Property,
sir.
We're just wondering why you're taking pictures of the...
I'm just gathering content for a story I'm doing, that's all.
What kind of story?
It's just about the sheriff's department.
Do you have a business card or anything?
No, I don't have any.
What do you work for?
I'm independent.
Do you work for any kind of post, any kind of like paper or...
Well, I mean, it's not published, so I can't really reveal my sources at this time. So.
All right, you're free to take pictures. We're just wondering why you're taking pictures of the parking lot.
Yeah, I just want to get some cars coming in and out. But
or what kind of piece are you doing?
Well, like I said earlier, it's just about the sheriff's department.
What about it? Anything I can answer? Any questions I can answer for you?
No. Just like I said, I just want to get some shots of some cars coming in and out.
And then you're gonna write what on it?
Well, I mean, I can't really give that out, because the story's not published, so I can't reveal.
Have I do with you?
Huh?
Where's it gonna be published at? So we can maybe read it later.
Well, like I said, I just can't. My publishers don't like me to until the story's actually published. I can't really.
When it is published, maybe we'd like to read it, and maybe you can tell us where it's going to be.
Yeah, well, like I said, I can't really,
Can't divulge it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where it's going to go at this point, so I can't really say.
You have ID with you?
No, I don't.
What's your name?
I prefer not to give my information.
All right, well, like I said, you take pictures all day. We're just wondering why you're taking pictures of the department, of the station. If there's any questions, we can answer for you.
Oh, no, I appreciate it.
If you want, you can go inside the station and talk to somebody in there if you have any questions.
Oh, no, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Have a good one. Well, this deputy here needs to learn the law.
Just like that, without causing any disturbance or breaking any laws, the man with the camera was still questioned, simply for filming. This serves as yet another powerful reminder. The U.S. Constitution, especially the First Amendment, is not optional. Citizens unequivocally have the right to record in public, the right to remain silent, and the right to withhold identification unless lawfully detained. The takeaway is simple, yet profound. Freedom isn't automatic. It must be actively exercised, consistently defended, and thoroughly understood. When citizens know the law, authorities are held to the law.